Hey guys, I wanted to show you really quickly that I'm working on a project for the next video, and it's right here. You can see I've taken images of the surface features of our planet and then I have stitched them together, and I do this to help me see things a certain way, or hopefully reveal certain things. But I wanted to show you really quickly that the trouble with this is, because the planet is curved, the images are distorted around the edges and up to the center of the image of Google Earth. So it's kind of hard to take these and put these together, and that also, no matter how hard I try, there's no way to really make it accurate, 100% accurate. But what it does do is it at least gives me a way of looking at things, differently, and possibly seeing something that I can't see when I'm looking at a round planet. But it's kind of trippy though when I look at these things like this. You see, I can move this whole thing. It just gives me a whole different perspective of the features on our planet. I mean, how cool would it be to take an image right here and then simply move it up to here and then rotate it to see if there are a similarity between here and there. Just like that. How cool would it be that I could claim that maybe that the features on our planet were made by a vortex, and I could just simply grab like something like this area right here and just take it down here and zoom in and then rotate it like that, and then simply move it over and line the features up. You got to remember that these could be different moments of a process that is creating the planet. So they may look different, but there'll be the similarities of size and width and stuff like that. But the similarities are still there. Look at the size, the shape, the triangular shape. And what's weird about these things is that they tend to keep fitting when I move them around. What's cool is that you could tell this is like gouged, or like it's like got a steep grade or something on it, like a beveled edge. And it's just kind of weird because things just kind of flow together. You can see similar features with these mountains. And by the way, when I see this in South America right here, this looks like the result of massive heating of the whole area. Not just parts of it, but the whole thing. I mean, it just looks like that. And I know you can't, base things like that, but you never know. Sometimes maybe things are exactly what they look like. And, it's obvious to me that when you look at this right here, you can see that this is rotating. It's why you got this range right here that's set up in an arch. And it looks like a collapsed wave that was hollow here, like a ocean wave, kind of like this is just like a giant wave that that fell over of molten material or whatever it is. It even looks like it has like what would have been a tunnel here and stuff spitting out. But the key is really, when I look at this, there's so much going on here. Like, it's almost overwhelming, especially when it comes to these mountains right here. They have a lot to do with things. Yeah, I'll explain that in other videos, but I don't know. Okay, so you got the similarities here with the vortex and the bottom of South America. But there's also something else. If I rotate this like that, and I bring it in, like that, and you can see the sizing again, the sizing, see the, and then you see this. I'm kind of pointing this out because the fact that they're similar in size and shape could mean that they are related, even though they're on opposite sides of the planet. But then again, if this came from the core of the planet, they wouldn't have been at opposite sides of the planet when they were created. That sizing. But then you go up here, and I would think this would rotate like that. I'm not sure if this is going to do anything, but let me think what the deal is with this one. I really got to clean this thing up, though. This is not really the best way to show you guys, because I'm not really done with this yet. I'm just kind of breaking it in, and I think I'm going to redo this whole thing anyways, because I have to. There's some problems up here that need to be fixed, and I think I'm just going to start over, which sucks. But I think this time I'm going to use bigger chunks of earth instead of the globe size. I think I'm going to just go with bigger and flatter. But let me take a look here again. There's so much going on here. Okay. Check this out. Remember, reoccurring patterns keep reoccurring. And you got this little hook area right here. I know I need to rotate it a little bit more. This one's just so hard to see though, but basically this one, it's about the size and similar shape. But like how I matched this up here, it's kind of funny because when I rotate it, it still kind of matches. It's like I said, this thing is rotating, and things are just rotating around. Even reoccurring patterns like this. See the similarities? And what's really trippy is another reoccurring pattern that goes with, see how that just, and then I should have a bigger image, straight on image of this area and show you what it looks like the rest of the way. But you can see that you got these peaks, these dark spots in a perfect line almost. And I've matched these up to other areas around the planet. That's another recurring pattern. It's not so much like the images, but the spacing of features seem to line up with these peaks all around the world. Gouges and other mountain ranges and stuff. They're like this. Look at the same similarities in the features here, the sizing and the length and the widths. And then if you get closer, which I'm gonna have to do a different one later with, so that you can actually see the details. But then you start to notice that these peaks right here will match up with, well, if it wasn't so blurry, okay, here we go, with certain, whether it's canyons or whatever, it's weird, the sizing difference is just similar. So, okay, sorry, I hate when I do this, go in and out, but that's the way my mouse kind of works. It gets trippier though. This is just the beginning, and some of you guys already know this. My problem is I need to show you guys this in some kind of an organized way that makes more sense, because I can, you know, some of you guys know I can do this all day long. I can line this up with this, I can line this area up with that, but then I can take features in here and also line them up because they're reoccurring. I could take this and line it up in here, and then I can take this and line it up in here, and I can take the same features and line them up with this thing, and it goes on and on and on and on like a fractal. And it's because the earth is made, well, this is my opinion from what I'm seeing, and the only thing that makes sense to me is that the reason why there are so many reoccurring patterns on this planet is because it's an image of the process that created the planet. So it's gonna be embedded everywhere. And what came of it will also be embedded everywhere. So it's like a fingerprint. It's like a DNA. If you have something that's rotating and spitting out matter or whatever, who knows? I'm not like NASA. I don't just invent black holes and stuff to you know, explain things that I have no idea if they exist or not. And so I mean, I just know that it's got to be an energy source, and I think it's whether it's creating matter or it's sucking it in from somewhere, or I have no idea. All I think is that the Earth is a lot different than what they think it is. You know, I mean, it just, see, the problem that science will always have is as long as they believe in plate tectonics, they can never line these up, because plate tectonics doesn't allow for these to line up. So they won't even bother trying. It's like 9/11. The investigation on 9/11, they claimed, oh, no explosives was found in the debris. And the reason why no explosives was found in the debris is because they never looked for it. But they didn't tell you that. They just told you it was never detected in the debris. Well, it's the same thing, you know, like if our theory doesn't, you know, explain why these could line up, well, then we're not even going to bother looking at it, because that's how science works now, apparently. You literally have to kill off every scientist before you can come up with a whole new theory. They all have to die first. Anyways, I'm sorry that I'm rambling, but that's it for now. I'm really hoping that I can put this together in a way that in my next video should be shocking, I'm hoping. So, thanks for watching.